Welcome back to Nights with Chris Boyle. Joining us now is Felix Firth, explosives enthusiast. Felix is issuing a challenge. He's actually issuing this in response to a failed challenge by a gentleman by the name of Brandon Thrasher. Now, if you spend way too much time online like myself, you might have seen this challenge. It was by a gentleman who was claiming to dig a hole, and then when he got 1 million followers, he's going to fill this giant hole with gasoline and blow it up. Go ahead and take a look for yourself at this challenge that he put for himself.
All right, we've dug below the water line. I don't know how that's possible, but we did. This is day 15 of digging a hole where we hit 1 million followers. We'll fill it full of gasoline and light it on fire. I'm not really putting soaring boxes in here unless someone wants to donate, and I'll put your company name right there on it. And we're hoping BP sponsors us for the gasoline. I think they might because they love environmental disasters. So we're going to try to get them on board. Check in tomorrow. It's getting kind of dark, but I'm going to keep digging for tomorrow's video. Appreciate it. Bye.
Sound dangerous? Sound insane? Sound inadvisable? Well, apparently Brandon Thrasher thought so too, because he canceled his challenge, much to the chagrin of all of his followers who still call him out on his future posts to this day. He's tried to start a podcast since then, and unfortunately, who knows what happens to the hole. It's a big hole. He could fill it with plenty of chicken feed, I'm sure. That's where our friend Felix Firth comes in. Now, he is issuing a challenge that he says he will follow through on. We're going to aid him in that challenge to stack a pound of Tannerite every day and then explode it when he hits 1 million followers. Go ahead and take a look.
All right, this is day 1. Putting 1 pound of Tannerite per day until 1 million followers. So 2 pound bottle, got it half full. I'm gonna keep stacking them up right here until we get 1 million followers, and then we'll blow it up. Day 28, 1 pound of Tannerite stacked up down here until we get 1 million followers. Then we're gonna blow it up. 28 pounds of Tannerite, 2 half-pound packs, 1 more pound. 28 pounds of Tannerite right there. We're gonna blow it up as soon as we get 1 million followers. Day 42, stacking 1 pound of Tannerite every day down here till we get 1 million followers. Then we're gonna blow it up. 42 pounds of Tannerite right here. Day 60 of stacking up 1 pound of Tannerite every day till we get 1 million followers. Then we're gonna blow it up. 2 half-pound packs for 60 pounds of Tannerite stacked up right here. Thanks, guys. This is day 80, stacking up 1 pound of Tannerite every day until we get 1 million followers. Then we're going to blow it all up at once. 80 pounds of Tannerite stacked up in this tote right here, and we have our permit. Day 91, piling up 1 pound of Tannerite every day until we get 1 million followers. Then we're going to blow it up. 91 pounds of Tannerite. Day 240, stacking up 1 pound of explosives every single day until we get 1 million followers. Then we're going to be blowing it up. Those stickers are free, by the way. Check them out. 262, stacking up 1 pound of explosives every single day until we get 1 million followers. Then we're gonna blow it up. 262 pounds. All those ones are full. Day 268, stacking up 1 pound of explosives every single day until we get 1 million followers. Then we're gonna be blowing it up.
Around the ransom. Get, or around the rhythm.
3, 2, 1, go.
Felix, thank you so much for joining us. I'm really pleased.
Yes, thanks for having me on the show, Chris. I appreciate it.
Dude, I'm super excited that you're coming on. I honestly was worried that you wouldn't come on. I mean, this is it's a crazy account that you're running. It's absolutely cool to watch. It's one of those things where when I'm doom scrolling, when I'm looking at the stuff on my For You page, I see these posts and I always dream what's going to happen when I talk to one of these guys. So tell me a little bit about what it takes to stack a pound of Tannerite every day with the promise of exploding it when you hit 1 million followers. I mean, it sounds outlandish, like you're going to build the Tower of Babel and then promptly blow it up.
Yes, we're going to blow it up. And I even have a permit. You can see it. Everyone says that you need a permit. I can do what I want. So that's what we're going to do.
That's as official as it
I saw
gets.
the gas hole videos. And the gas hole videos, they upset me, and I'm tired of people not following through, so we're going to blow up a huge stack of Tannerite.
That's fantastic. I absolutely love it. And it is frustrating. I was one of those people who had seen the gas hole. I love that euphemism. Because, I mean, honestly, how disappointing is that? And, you know, I've heard people say, oh, does he really owe it to them? Yeah, he does. If you're going out there, putting your word, putting on your honor as a man that you're going to dig a giant hole, fill it with gasoline, and then blow it up, well, by God, I want to see some fire. Now, you're promising to follow through on this very, very ambitious project. Talk to us, how far along are you so far?
So far, we're on day 261, I believe. So 261 pounds stacked up at this time.
That's a lot of Tannerite, and so I have to ask, how close are you to actually hitting the goal of 1 million followers so you can blow this up? Does it look like you're going to be stacking this to the heavens?
So right now, Instagram's the closest. It is at 617,000. So we're almost 3/4 of the way there. YouTube's 108,000, and we're going to be doing it. So one platform has to have 1 million followers. So I'm posting on all the platforms, but when one gets that 1M and I can get a screenshot of it, we're blowing the stack.
I love that. I'm glad that Instagram's in the lead since they're going to be banning TikTok anytime soon. Instagram's the one I'm onto. That's how I found you. The For You page on Instagram for me shows some really, really bizarre stuff. This is one of the ones that's actually just cool. It's not strange and going to give me some sort of PTSD when I finally get Alzheimer's and all I could remember is the little screen. God, heaven forbid. Thankfully, I'll have your videos to intersperse with memories of strange and bizarre people doing strange and bizarre things. That said, this does seem a little strange, I'm sure, to many of our followers. Now, there's probably plenty of the people who watch this show who, I don't know, live out in the desert somewhere like New Mexico, Arizona, and blow stuff up all the time for fun. It's an American pastime. Let's be damn honest with ourselves.
Yes.
That said, I'm out here in California. People in California, there's a few of us that blow stuff up pretty frequently. But that said, you know, we just had these big fires. Everyone's on edge. What safety precautions are you going to have to take blowing up, hundreds and hundreds of pounds of explosive?
So the biggest safety or concern, I guess, would be I'm concerned with blowing the windows out of my house. So I'm going to actually have to move the stack somewhere else because my wife doesn't want all the windows busted out of her house. So I'm going to have to move the stack to a more remote location, even though I'm fairly remote where I'm at anyways. But we're gonna move that stack to a very remote location so that the shockwave doesn't bust anyone's windows out. We're gonna make sure that we don't catch anything on fire or anything like that. So we're gonna take all the proper safety precautions, that's for sure.
Good on you. Honestly, I hope this episode puts you over the top so you could please your wife with a big Valentine's Day explosion. That would be, hopefully, folks, go to his Instagram page. We're going to put this guy's Chiron up. Run to his Instagram page. Follow this guy. We want that explosion. There it is. 1 pound every day on Instagram. Felix, we want to get you there. I want to see that explosion. Give me a huge shout out when it happens. I want to be a part of the movement. I want to be a part of the explosion. But tell me, so you're taking safety precautions for your home, for your wife, for the trees, the neighbors, the environment. What about yourself? How are you going to trigger this explosion? Where are you going to be physically? How are you going to make sure that you're not turned into a fine Felix mist at the end of this?
We're probably going to use a large rifle to detonate it so that we can be a long ways away so that doesn't happen. But we're going to take all the proper safety precautions. We're not going to quite plan it until we get just a little bit closer because we don't know how much we're going to get. We may be at 500 pounds.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. That's awesome to hear. And then you've already done some mini explosions on your webpage, on your Instagram feeds for people to see that you're very serious about this stuff. Do you have a background handling these sorts of explosives before you decided to do this challenge, or when you saw the fire, the gas hole videos, did you just say, okay, I'm going to find something that's accessible that I know is relatively safe to store, as Tannerite is probably more so than gasoline, or had you handled this stuff before jumping in?
Yeah, so I've been blowing stuff up, making my own stuff since I was a kid. But I have some experience with high explosives, and so this is a perfect choice for stacking this up as soon as we get to 1 million. It's going to be safe. We're keeping the Tannerite locked in sealed totes so that it doesn't get moisture damage and that stuff. But yeah, I've got a good background in explosives, so. And in all honesty, yeah, this is 100% legal for me to do. Maybe not for someone else, but it's legal for me to do.
I like to hear that. I love to hear that. I would hate to get canceled or drug into court or have the FBI hounding me for any more reasons they already have. God, yesterday's episode is going to get me in trouble. Felix, before we go, make sure you tell everyone once again where they could follow you, where they could find everything you're doing, where they could take part in this, because I'm sure all of them want to see this amazing explosion for themselves.
Yeah, so follow the Instagram, and the YouTube is the big one. It's the same at 1 pound every day, the number 1 pound every day. If you don't type in the number 1 pound every day, you're going to get weight loss. So you got to type in at 1 pound every day.
Well, hopefully this experiment doesn't end in a significant amount of weight loss for yourself, Felix, but hopefully it ends in a big beautiful explosion. Felix, dude, thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much, Chris, for having me on.